poly lids that need to be replaced.
Okay, so I got, so the total, so I make a motion, to accept the, Infomark, the
That's Infomark.
infrastructures, recommendation that we spend $81,128
$88,128 for
and what,
600 meters.
for 600
I'm sorry,
meters,
600 endpoints and
600
36 meters.
600 endpoints, 36 meters, with the remainder being for poly lids,
Replacements as needed.
replacements as needed.
So does this total 100,000?
No.
These three boxes here, does that total 100,000? 88, 38, 50?
Pretty
30?
close.
Okay, so did you leave enough room in there for Infomark's 15%, $15,000?
This is not all together, Linda, these are two separate items below that.
Oh, I see the balance, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Okay, so, and
So
what, and,
88.
okay, so I move that we accept the infrastructure's recommendation that we expend $88,128 for 600 endpoints, 36 meters, with the remainder balance going for poly lids. Can I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, so what was and we had budgeted $100,000?
We budgeted 100,000.
Okay, so this is all within the budget, with all,
The lids themselves are like $13, between $13 and $20, depending on what the box shape is. So, we don't foresee there being a whole lot of them. We actually, I think this past month, didn't we have them try to notate it when they meter read?
Yes, we did.
So we're trying to get a good number of exactly how many we're gonna need, so when they're going out and meter reading, that they did it this month and they're doing it next month, they're marking, does this have a metal lid? So then we would know from that point if this is gonna be.
okay, so.
Now, one thing I do wanna add is, to Linda's point earlier, and to what we talked about, Louis and I, when we first started this thing, eventually, we wanna see what the offset is with the meter reading. You know, in other words,
Yeah, and that's why.
what the savings, what the benefit's gonna be without having to do the meter reading.
Correct, and Linda made that point earlier, I can't give you a number right now, we also don't have endpoints in stock, and you're not gonna get them for quite a while. And so once the endpoints start going in, then what we'll have to do is, I can tell you that the initial is going to be about the same, but once the sections are done, then it backs off of the amount of time that the meter reader is meter reading.
That's
So,
what we do.
the
That's
thing is-
benefit.
And this number, I just want you to know, the budget's 100,000, she's buying just enough so that the leftover amount here is Infomark's 15% over here. Nice budget.
What?
That was,
Yeah. It's 13,000 something is what they're gonna make off buying endpoints. I realize that your contracts are horrible. You know what I'm gonna do, Mackenzie? I am
Okay.
going to ask for the
Okay,
Infomark
I'm gonna call
contract
for the
of
vote.
every month you're in,
please.
every month. I wanna see if this happens to everybody else, or if this is just a gift for us.
a 15% markup?
Yeah,
Oh no, we have 20s and others.
okay, I just need to see where your stuff is going, cause I
Okay,
can't believe it's
I'm
happening.
ready to move on. Okay.
Okay.
So,
I will.
so, all those in favor say aye? Aye. Okay, all opposed?
Opposed.
Okay, let's move forward, let's talk about the Infomark billing, that is, number D, and you have a handout, I believe.
Let me give you 5 art, if they'll pass them down.
What are you on, what number?
We're on D,
From the agenda?
We didn't finish this, we didn't finish this page.
No, I'll cover my report whenever we're done.
What is this right here?
This is for item D, and.
pass it along?
Oh, I apologize.
Yeah, sorry, you have.
I'm sorry, I thought they were all for me.
This is for an agenda item that Linda asked us to put on the agenda. And I wanted to pull some numbers, for you guys to understand from our side of things what we have in our system. So the list here by month is, the number next to that is the number of work orders for that month that were processed. And then additions to that is any of those work orders that needed to be credit memoed are listed to the side of that. So that's what that breakdown is. Follow down to the bottom there where you see total WO's work orders. You have 1843 from November of 21 to November of 2022. That covers 13 months. And the only reason I did that is because we had several credit memos last month that I wanted to capture. And then in addition to that, you have a total of 19 credit memos across the year. And then the percentage of billing mistake there would be a 1.03%. And if you look below that, we have
1.30%?
1.03%.
That's, In other words, that's a percent of
Of
building
the
error.
ones that had to have an error fixed. So, below that, you'll have the total number of the money value of the credit memos, and then the total amount billed through that time period, and then again, the percentage there is at 0.3%.
Okay.
So what
you're
is this
telling me,
supposed to
out
tell
of
us?
the 1843, you only had 18,
19
Error.
credit memos.
19 credit memos.
Correct. And then it's the same breakdown below that, in a money format.
So your little handout is supposed to imply that you don't make a lot of mistakes?
No,
No, it's to point out the number of mistakes.
And you think that 1.03% is an acceptable mistake
I
level?
think that 0.3% of the amount billed is, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
okay.
I mean,
Well, these are mistakes, they're not fraud.
correct, and they were corrected.
Oh, no, I'm not suggesting that,
I
their
don't-
bills are fraudulent, I'm
my-
suggesting that there's a lot of mistakes in their billing, and, I think
Which
we
is
paid
not
them.
what you said on Monday.
No, I wasn't talking about her billing, I'm talking about Sage's billing. Sage's
No.
billing.
You
Oh,
were,
no.
you were very complimentary on Monday, which surprised me.
Of Michael's work, oh,
Oh,
yes.
and listen, trust me, it's a team effort that's going on here.
There's a difference between the bookkeeper's work and the work order's work. The work orders are what's having problems in Infomark, and I'm not suggesting they're fraudulent. I am suggesting that they are errors. The only fraudulent billing I'm seeing is from Sage.
There have been multiple occasions
You
where
can't
you
make
pointed
those
out that
things.
Infomark's bill was fraudulent.
Let me just clarify that for you. Infomark is not abiding by the terms of their contract. That is fraud in my opinion.
And
No.
these are when those issues have been corrected. That's
Well-
what this is pointing out.
Unless I compare this to my own books, I don't know that this is accurate.
I mean.
Okay,
But I appreciate you putting that together and giving me
Okay.
something to look at.
okay, let's
So
move on then.
that's what this is for. Okay, now
Okay.
we'll go over my report on page 8. There are 2 additional items at the top there that, we are going for requesting approval for. One is for M&C to replace, 3 ballasts in the tennis court lights as well as wiring between 2 poles. Our tech did the initial investigation on this and discovered that between the wire needing to be pulled, that's not something Infomark does. It's actually something that when we do it in streetlights, PEC does. So, we had consulted with M&C, and if you flip over to page, it should be 8, 9, 10, 11, this page that looks like this, this is the proposal from M&C that details the amount. Flip one more time.
Is this the same tennis court that we just rented a lift and
That's what
paid
the
Infomark a
investigation
whole
was for.
bunch of money to
Correct.
fix all this?
It wasn't to fix this, no.
It was just to look at it.
No, it was to fix what he could fix, and then the rest of it, he left in the work order. That
What was the cost of the work order for Infomark to come out, and what was the cost of the lift, and what was the total cost spent so far to fix the lights in the ballast? You don't
If you
know.
don't have, if you could ask for that ahead of time, I could present.
Well, I
it.
didn't realize that we were gonna be staring at this. This report was not delivered 5 days in advance as it's required to be.
So, okay, so we need to replace,
We need to replace 3 ballasts, and then there's wiring between several poles that needs to be pulled and rerun, and that's what this is for.
Is that,
There's
like,
a
underground?
ballast is part of a light that basically will make it illuminate, and I could give you an exact electrical, sorry. It's underground and into the poles.
okay,
So if
so
you look
we're
at
gonna
the
be
proposal, they
fencing.
actually have, details on it that show where they're likely gonna have to do like sheetrock repairs and what have you. Which I think is the actual, they're alluding to the top part of the tennis court where they might have to go into it and they'll have to repair it over.
Okay, wait a minute, where they talking
On
about
the
sheet?
proposal, the MNC, if you look, they have utility fees, existing code violations and all of that. They have exclusions there. I don't know that they'll have to go between the concrete and the tennis court. However, what they're gonna have to do, to my knowledge, is find a way to strategically pull the one wire that's bad and then snake it back through and under. It's between poles 10 and 12.
Okay,
So
Is
it's not
that yours?
illuminating right now.
Correct, and
Pull one, you take the middle
it's
one,
tripped the breaker multiple times, and we've had continuous issues with it, and they determined that the wire is the problem, it's a shorted out wire that's bad.
okay, so what do you need then
We
from us?
need an approval for the amount of the estimate of $38.50.
Okay, so I move that we accept the, estimate from, or
MNC.
from the bid from MNC for $38.50 WTC to replace the, to do the
Wiring
repairs,
and 3 ballasts.
the wiring and ballast for the tennis courts, and on, which, is this Lake
This
Lane
one.
Oaks? Okay,
I'll second that.
okay, are we having any issues at,
Not.
really?
Not in this
Okay.
deal.
Okay,
Next up on our list is generator field services.
She needs to get a vote.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
all those in favor say aye? Aye. All those opposed?
Opposed.
Okay.
Next up on our list, during one of the more harsh freeze event we had, I think y'all lost power in the neighborhood for quite a while, near the Degama lift station. And the generator, while it kicked on, it didn't transfer power over, so our operator came out straight to it to make sure the lift station didn't overflow. And while he was there, we troubleshot, more ways than one to try to figure out why the transfer switch was not working. And it's determined that it was bad. We had generator field services come out and diagnose the generator. So you do have 2 quotes in here. They're both recommended, per what is needed, and the reason why it's 2 quotes is because it's 2 portions of the generator that need to be repaired. One is for 1973, and that's to,